Right, we're here today for Dementia Action Week, and today I'm very pleased to be here with one of the St Luke's Care community members and long-standing supporter of St Luke's, Jorgen Hansen. Jorgen's been coming to St Luke's Care for a number of years and started coming to St Luke's Care with his beautiful wife, Katrina, who was diagnosed with dementia some time ago.
About 5 years ago.
About 5 years ago. And as a result, and as part of Katrina's journey, you guys started coming to St Luke's Care. Is that essentially how it happened?
Yeah, that is. We liked the place because Katrina took really to everything that was happening here, and we just really feel at home here.
And what sort of things did you and Katrina start with when you came to St Luke's Care? What did you get involved with?
Well, we were just in rehab. That was the beginning. But then we were introduced to some of the program you had, and that sort of developed into a lot more because Katrina liked what we were doing. And of course, if she liked it, I liked it. So that was fantastic.
And Katrina was, I don't know how you would describe Katrina as your wife, but certainly someone from the outside in. She was a very energetic, she was full of energy and life, and very just positive energy would sort of come off Katrina.
Yeah, Katrina was a pretty special lady. We've been together for 50 plus a year, and I didn't realize that I was actually being very blessed for having 50 years with her, because I realized relationships is always not straightforward, but somehow we learned to work together, and she was very driven, and I needed that. And when we started to come here, she was still the one in charge, and which was really nice. I miss her deeply now, and I feel there's a little bit of her here, and she had promised to help with what we can do for the future, because I think we got a lot in mind.
Yeah, and some of the things that Katrina used to enjoy at St Luke's, what were those programs that she participated in with you?
Well, we started, of course, with the rehab, but then they got involved with the Taronga Zoo, the Botanic Garden, the museums, and of course, Katrina have an eye for everything, looking nice and glamorous and that was just fantastic. She was quite an unusual lady in many ways, because she took on everything, and everybody seemed to like her, which is wonderful.
Yeah. And still to this day, Jorgen, you remain a very strong part of the St Luke's community. Here you are again today. I know we're doing this talk, but we've got choir on after this, which was something that Katrina used to come to life with, and you've still got the same seat. You sit in the room at choir, like it's you and Katrina still in that room together, isn't it, really?
Yeah. I feel every time I come here, a little bit of Katrina is here, which is very important. Katrina also was saying something, we could do a lot of things together. And I look at health and wellness as something you need to work on. And Katrina was very strong with that, and I just keep coming back because I feel we can do a lot when we work together, and I like to continue that. That was just be wonderful.
Yeah. And I suppose, having gone through what you've gone through, living with dementia, which is what you did.
Yeah.
And you found your own way nearly of navigating, how do I keep Katrina moving? You were a big advocate for that. Why is that so important? This is someone that's lived the experience. What advice would you give others living with dementia around that socialisation and that importance of keeping on moving and keeping active?
That is an extremely important part. activities is probably the most important part in dementia. And then other things which we doesn't think about that much, but as you age, to have a purpose is extremely important. And it was one of the things Katrina had. She had a purpose of, well, first to push me along, but second, she had a purpose of seeing this sort of thing, how we can improve things. It was just, and this is some of the things I really want to keep going. She had an enormous drive for me to live up to. So,
yeah. And just lastly, probably for today, something that certainly sits very close with me, words that came from you, and I'll let you tell the story, I suppose. But
sure.
You said to me one day after Katrina had passed away, you said, you know, you were very grateful to St Luke's Care for the fact that Katrina and yourself were part of the community, and you felt that that had given Katrina that purpose and some longevity.
Yeah, I think Katrina got another boost in herself, because we find that we are on together with a lot of people on the same journey, so it wasn't just ourselves.
Yeah.
Which is something you don't think of when dementia knocks on the door. Then you have no idea what to do, honestly. And we had to learn, and fortunately we had some really positive ways of here at St Luke's, and that helped. They helped enormously. And I'm happy to say Katrina took it on, because it's not everybody that would do it, but she was just amazing.
She was amazing.
Kept me going.
Yeah. So. Still keeps you going.
Yeah, you know. Well, which I'm very pleased with, because I see so much possibility, and she wants me to do it, and I want to do it with St Luke's.
Wonderful. Jorgen, thank you for doing this today. I mean, as we said at the start, you are a valued member of our community.
Thank you.
You're still a very active member of our community, and we're most grateful, and we're very appreciative that you continue to come to St Luke's, engage with St Luke's, and the many people that you've formed friends and relations with over the journey that you've been on. So thank you, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Yeah. Thanks so much.